It's the world's rising superpower. But in the world's game, China's a pushover. That may be about to change.
China's just exploded out of nowhere.
It's now spending billions buying up star foreign players, coaches and top European clubs. And skilling up millions of youngsters.
16-8.
Tonight we follow a star of tomorrow and a big-name Aussie import, all part of China's master plan to conquer world soccer. Gao Baosen lives and breathes the beautiful game. The 12-year-old is part of a grand ambition to turn China into a world soccer superpower, starting here in the little town of Zhidan in China's central west.
第一次教练就看我还可以，就让我踢，慢慢的我就喜欢上了，就渐渐的跟足球分不开了，就时刻都想着他。
哎，对。
刚开始踢的时候，他们是反对的，怕影响我的学习，然后他就慢慢的，然后教练就给我妈打电话，没事，就爸妈最后慢慢的就要踢开始，学习也就可以。
Baosen lives with his parents in their one-room house on the outskirts of town. It gets cold in the winter. There's not much in the way of mod cons.
我8年期就记得早早去比赛搞啊。今天比赛好好注意了啊。
Baosen's mother, Shang Yingxia, sews for an income. The family has to get by on $70 a month, well below the household average, even in this part of China. His dad, Gao Baosen, looks for casual work on building sites.
因为我们这个条件不行，娃娃长大也挺受罪的。我希望他能走出个，以后该能向上放。足球他还挺喜欢的，我们也支持他，叫他踢。不过现在还小着了，就看大了改变的咋样。
哎，丁主席，哎，你好，很高兴认识你啊。你好，我是比尔。
Ding Changbao is the man behind the junior squads here and a grassroots pioneer. He's made this small town famous throughout China for the quality of its young soccer players. For the past 13 years, he's been raising money to train and send more than 80 players to clubs across the country.
就是中国队2002年韩日世界杯上不是也出现了，参加了世界杯，但是成绩也是一塌糊涂。我那会儿作为一个球迷，就是想说怎样通过某种方式给中国足球做点贡献，所以我们最后就想到说是足球从娃娃抓起，一步一个脚印儿。
加速了。
然后把这个青少年培养起来，以后看能不能进入职业队，甚至国家队。
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、
有一部分可能现在看着非常好，包括身体条件，到以后说不定也长不起来，也存在劣势。但是我觉得 他在参与这个过程中，也得到了快乐，有一种特别的体验。我觉得这也是一种足球的收获。这里面就是说，好多中国人把这个足球看得非常功利化，就说我要不让小孩成为明星，要不这小孩就可能废了。但是在咱们这边就是让小孩通过这个足球去改变他自己，去享受这个过程。我觉得这点才是非常重要。
The government plan is to have 50 million players and 50,000 coaching schools within the next 10 years, and for China to be a world soccer superpower by 2050. Ding's arranged for a group of German coaches to help train the older students as well as talent spot. Sebastian Russ and the coaches are on their first trip to Zhidan, and they're keen to spot young players who could one day train with them in Europe.
I think the potential you will have after 15 minutes, but if I want to see in which direction it can go later on, it's great to have different stations to see him dribbling, shooting, running, a few movements and a little game. After 1 hour, you know that's a boy, you could put your effort in it or
maybe not.
Go for fun.
In the last few years, there's been a rush of European football schools to China, and both sides feel lifting the game's standard here is something China can't do on its own.
I think a lot of new companies or schools will look at Zhidan and will copy it because they started a good project and now you can spread it out. But from my point of view, it's really important for them to consult with European clubs or schools where they have the experience, bring them in, let it explain, let them build up coaches here in China and then they could start.
But what's really amazing about all this is that these coaches have bypassed cities like Beijing and Shanghai to come here to what really is a very out-of-the-way remote town. It just shows that those in the know think that this here is the future of Chinese football.
Not that the students themselves seem that interested in the homegrown league.
我喜欢看那种欧美的那种足球比赛。
欧美的，你有没有一个那个最喜欢的队，足球队，在欧洲？
就那个巴西。
巴西，你是不是看过那个中国的中超比赛？你看过吗？在电视上，在网上你看过吗？
没有看过。
没有看过。
Far from the cold mountains of Zhidan, more than 1,000 kilometres to the east, is Nanjing, a bustling city of 8 million. Here, Australian Socceroo Trent Sainsbury is already living the Chinese football dream. He's one of the star foreign players for the local club.
Hey mate.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hey, let's head in here, have some tea.
Too easy.
He's taken to some of the local customs.
It's a really cold day or it's been chucking it down outside, come inside and there's a hot ginger tea waiting for you.
Right, so this is like a daily routine.
Yeah, basically, I mean, the Chinese are very set in their ways when it comes to the routine with the tea, especially after training.
Yeah.
There's less enthusiasm for other local cuisine.
I mean, I tried duck tongue.
Yeah. How'd you go?
Yeah, it didn't last long. It didn't last long on my tongue. Put it that way. Spaghetti bolognese is if they've got that on the menu, the foreign boys are basically happy.
He was lured more than a year ago from a Dutch club with a surprise offer on a $2 million transfer fee to come to a city he'd never even thought about.
Of all places, I don't think this would have been in the top 100, to be honest. China, yeah, I didn't think I'd ever play in China, to be honest. It was always English Premier League was always the top target for everyone, and then obviously other European leagues. But yeah, China's just exploded out of nowhere, and it gives great opportunities for players like myself to set themselves up after football while still enjoying themselves.
Despite China never being on his radar, Trent's making the most of the adventure.
Go over there, embrace it, and try and soak up as much as the culture as possible, because you're not really going to get much of a chance to say that, yeah, I lived in China. So yeah, when the opportunity came, we took it both hands.
His family has flown from Perth for the first time to watch him play, and the pressure's on. Lately, the coach has been giving him less game time, triggering speculation that he may be on the way out. His club, Jiangsu Suning, has no shortage of ambition or money. It's owned by a massive electronics group that has splashed close to $100 million on big-name imports in the past 2 years. And it's not just spending in China. Suning bought Italian superclub Inter Milan for $380 million. It was just one of a string of Chinese takeovers of European football clubs.
Obviously, some amounts of money that are getting thrown around just seem ridiculous. But at the same time, I mean, if you want to make a statement and you want to get your name out to the public, especially in Europe, it's what's necessary, I guess. You see the Australian League is on a budget, basically, and over here there is no budget, so club owners can just throw as much money as they please at players and get the best talent over here.
This week, Trent's team is taking on its biggest rival, the champions Guangzhou Evergrande. Owned by a property group and e-commerce giant Alibaba, their squad is worth even more than Suning's. Top sports journalist Wu Hao says it's a dream matchup.
而且这两支球队拥有的大牌的球员和国脚，中国的国家队的国脚是最多的，所以说他们两支队的碰撞，即使是不关乎于夺冠的成绩，在精彩的层面上也是大家非常期盼的。
And we love Nanjing, love our team.
We are Nanjing people.
Nanjing people,
very local.
There's a fair bit of anticipation for this game. Already a sprinkling of fans have turned up on a random Monday afternoon to try and get a glimpse of some of these stars.
If we win this game, it's gonna encourage our fans, our clubs to have more like improvement in next seasons. So we think this one is very important, and also we also think most of our football players are very.
We love it very much.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Australian Sainsbury?
Oh, I like him because he looks good also.
In the past 2 decades, Chinese football has mostly overcome rampant match fixing and corruption that once plagued the game. But one old problem remains.
中国足球坦率地说，现在只能处于亚洲的2到3流的水平，所以说现在如果谈世界杯，我觉得很难进，就没有可能进吧。作为一个这么多年的从业者，我说的这个可能有点悲观，但这是事实。其实我觉得很多钱花在一线的球队身上，作为我一个跟了10几年的这么一个媒体从业人员，我还是觉得有点舍不得的，因为我也看到中国足球很薄弱的环节，就是说很多孩子。他甚至在他在学校里面没有足球课，是有的地方的孩子甚至买不起一双的足球鞋。那当然了，我是说的是极少的个例啊。但是我就觉得，如果普及了，如果让更多的孩子愿意参加到足球运动，有时间和有经济条件参加到足球运动中，我觉得国家队的成绩自然而然就好了。
To stem the spending spree, Chinese authorities recently moved to cut the number of foreign players clubs could field each match, but the big money keeps flowing. One club even tried to poach the world's best player, Cristiano Ronaldo, with a €300 million offer. And it's not just about the players.
Well, Marcello Lippi is just the latest in a long line of foreign managers to come and coach the Chinese national team. The fans are desperately hoping that he can find the sort of success that has eluded his predecessors.
Dobbiamo diventare una squadra. I giocatori si devono mettere in testa che essere una squadra non significa mettersi i pantaloncini e la maglietta uguali. Essere una squadra vuol dire aiutarsi l'uno con l'altro, dare una mano ogni volta che un compagno ha una difficoltà, mettere tutte le qualità a disposizione degli altri. Soltanto così si diventa una squadra. Secondo me, se si cresce sotto questi aspetti, possiamo giocarcela con tutte le squadre.
Back in the mountain town of Zhidan, it's game day for young Gao Baosen. Adding to the pressure, his parents are coming to watch him play for the very first time.
他今天怎么样？
可以。
可以。他吃早饭了吗？
吃了。
啊。
你们吃了吗？
啊，所以他应该很有能量是吧？哦，好的。
Baosen's number 8. His team is the favourite to beat the opponents from a school across town. Under the watch of the German coaches.
我希望他多进几个球，现在他一个进3个球。
觉得他们会赢吗？
可能有的希望。
Leading 4-0 at the break, Baosen's team is cruising to victory.
很激动，觉得我儿子还挺棒，觉得他是不论到啥地方比赛都达到这个要求，我们就越高兴。但是这个出门出的也很多，也有走很远的地方出去也比赛，但是也可以，但是我们没有见，但是今天我们见，觉得还是很高兴。希望他走到哪里就像这样，我们觉得就最高兴。
For Baosen, it's all about using soccer as a means to help his family.
梦想就是跟 C 罗一样，成为他那样职业球员，进皇家马德里报效祖国。不要再为爸爸妈妈打工操心，再也不想让爸爸妈妈受苦，报答不晚。 希望长大以后照顾他一辈子，不让他再受苦受累。
In Nanjing, Trent Sainsbury is getting ready for his big match.
We go into the training centre, do our last training session, which will be on the stadium to familiarise ourselves with the pitch. Yep. And then everyone will get on the team bus and we'll head off to the hotel for the night and do the video session and a bit of team bonding.
What does the team bonding involve?
Cards, tea, just basically we sleep in the same room as your roommate, that sort of thing. Lunches together and dinner. So.
Cards and tea sounds very civilised.
Yeah, it can be.
What about your family? They're going to be watching this game in the stadium.
Yeah.
What sort of pressure does that add?
To be honest, I won't be thinking about it much when I'm on the pitch. Obviously, if I score a goal, I'll be looking for them in the crowd, so hopefully I can get my name on the score sheet. But yeah, it's always nice having the family here cheering you on.
You got some fans there, mate?
Yeah, it should be
pretty standard, always waiting at the gate.
Yeah, you always get the average punter out here, but it's nice. Makes you feel wanted, so.
Yeah, well, there you go, mate. Good luck, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
We'll be watching the game.
Cheers. Cheers, enjoy it.
See you later.
Good luck. Cheers.
Among the fans, some unlikely faces. Gao Baosen has made a 20-hour journey with coach Ding to meet the Aussie player and watch his first professional game.
This is a clash of the Chinese superclubs. Now, admittedly, Jiangsu Suning and Guangzhou Evergrande are not really household names in world football, but if China's ambitious plans for the game come to fruition over the next 30 years or so, they will be.
Trent Sainsbury has good news. He's back in the starting lineup. A good performance in tonight's big match could determine if Suning keeps him at the club. The soggy pitch makes Trent's job as a defender easier. A second yellow card would see him sent off. With the teams locked at 0-0 and half-time approaching, a chance slips by. And tensions threaten to boil over. The battle of the Chinese superclubs will all come down to the second half. As play resumes, Suning has more chances. Late in the game, a breakthrough. And then the heavens open. And for Jiangsu Suning, when it rains, it pours.
How's it feel, Trent? Pretty good, mate. 2-0, but I'm more about the duck egg. I don't care about scoring goals as long as we keep the clean sheet. That's a defender's dream. Rain didn't matter? Nah. Rain's good for ducks in football. Enjoy it. Hey, this is a little Bao Shang. 你好。包上你觉得他踢得怎么样？很好。He says he reckons you played pretty well. You got any advice for a little boy who wants to play on the same field one day? Yeah, work hard. Keep enjoying yourself. For me? 他说你努力工作。以后我们队会。This is his team. 这个笔，50嘛，把个包配，我要配个字条。Can you get a quick photo, Mark?
For country boy Gao Baosen, at his first ever professional match, tonight's been a taste of what his own future might hold.
I'll see you on the pitch one day.
For Trent Sainsbury, this match turns out to be his farewell to the Chinese game.
Thank you.
He'll later land a plum deal to play on loan in Italy with the Suning-owned superclub Inter Milan. An unexpected path to Europe in the new era of Chinese football.